Having that buzz around the training ground every day, the competitiveness of training, that's the one big thing I maybe look back now, and that's what I really miss when I have come to the end of my career, without doubt. When you have a certain event or a specific event that you're training for, it gives you that little bit of a goal to maybe target, or gives you that bit of a buzz again around that competitiveness. That's what I do miss.
During his playing days, Kevin Kilburn was a tenacious left winger, turning out for 4 Premier League clubs and playing in the World Cup. Now enjoying retirement, he's returned to his family's home county of Mayo in Ireland to compete in the gruelling Sea2summit race in Westport. Kilburn is competing in the Spirit race. The first half of the challenge starts with a 4-kilometre run before an 8-kilometre cycle ride. Once the competitors disembark from their bikes, they begin the most treacherous stage of all, a 1.5-kilometre mountain climb up Crogpatrick.
There's a little bit of trepidation on the mountain. I had a trial run with my brother this week when we came out. We went up and had a look around just to get used to the surroundings again. I think when you stand at the bottom and you look up and you realise how high you've got to go, it is very daunting, very tiring, heavy on the legs.
Once the climb is complete, Kilburn will return back down the mountain and onto his bike. This time he'll cycle for a further 11 kilometres. At the final transition, he'll have to summon the energy to run 4 kilometres to the finish. Sea2summit attracts both elite and amateur competitors, all with different motivations. Kilburn is raising money for charity.
We've got 2 charities involved. One of them is the John Giles Foundation. He's one of the most famous Irish footballers of all time. He set up a foundation a few years ago, which is basically about helping grassroots football, supplying kit, supplying all sorts of equipment, balls, goalposts, etc. So Johnny's done wonderful things, along with the FAI over here, along with Pat Duffy, who is the chairman of the John Giles Foundation.
There's a good feel factor. People are getting up in the morning, going out, you know, you're feeling a lot better because you're training for it, you're losing a bit of weight, you know, so I mean, that part of it, I think is fantastic. Of course, the elite athletes, there's always going to be, you know, they're the supreme athletes, and good luck to them. But then you have a lot of people like myself, right, who's doing it for personal reasons, and it's been fantastic for me, to be honest with you.
He'll walk part of the event along with a lot of others, again, up and down the mountain, getting on the bike, and it's practicing a healthy lifestyle. And Pat's certainly an inspiration to a lot of people. He'll get the loudest cheer when he crosses the line tomorrow. The other charity that I'm actually over for was Down Syndrome Centre, which is a Dublin-based charity. My daughter has Down syndrome, so when she was born, I got involved with Down Syndrome Ireland, and it aids and assists people with Down syndrome all across Ireland, not just people with Down syndrome, but the families as well. So it does a great job, fabulous job up and down Ireland.
When race day arrived and the preparation was complete, the competitors flocked to the start line. Some approached with nerves, others with excitement, but spirits were high, and for Kevin, a familiar feeling was coming back.
A little bit nervous now, I've got to say that. It's been a bit of rushing around, trying to get down to transition points, making sure bikes are in the right place with the number and everything. This is the only thing that can replicate any sort of like match day or whatever it would be, these sort of events. So when you do them, you come out and you get that buzz, that little bit of nervousness and that little bit of tightness in your gut, yeah. But the buzz around this town for the whole day now will be magic.
For the former Irish World Cup star, there was more motivation than just beating his previous time. Some brotherly competition added some spice to the race. It's an exhausting ordeal requiring fitness, strength, heart, and endless stamina. Kevin didn't manage to beat his brother, by the way, but that didn't really seem to matter.
The mountain killed me off again this year. I cramped up badly, twice on the bike. Terrible, yeah. But it was good to get finished. Once you cross that line and you get the reality hits you a little bit that you finish, it's nice, yeah.
You just can't get a rhythm. It's tough. It's tough on the back. It's tough all around.
It's the weather as well today didn't help, so it's a lot slippier, a lot more treacherous going up and down it, so that was the worst thing about it. So anyone that's getting decent times, to credit them because of how treacherous the mountain was.
With so many taking part and achieving their personal goals, it was time to reflect on a successful result for the charities.
just €1 would go to a great cause. That goes without saying, but I think we're looking in excess of €20,000 that's being raised, and that's a credit to everyone taking part. There's a lot of people running for personal reasons. There's a lot of people running, for fitness regimes to keep fit, all them sort of things. But I think most of the competitors here are running for the fun of it, for the joy of it, and to raise some funds. And that's what it's all about, I feel, coming up here.
And you can donate by going to mycharity.ie and search for Kevin Kilburn.